everyone? It's Brent with BC Does. Bright to bring you folks another hopefully watchable video. It's good to be back on here. It's been a week. I've been posting a lot of shorts though. Been getting a lot of good traction on the shorts, so go check those out. Been doing really good in that area. I guess YouTube's pushing them or whatever. As always, it's good to see you guys and girls. I got the two window albums up here. First one to guess properly what those windows are. What those windows albums are, excuse me. Post it down in the comments below and I will pin your comment up top. Hey, I'm here to bring you folks another vintage record video. If you like these kind of videos, please smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We post 3 to 4 videos a week. We don't want you to miss any videos when we post them. Got some updates. Anybody that's been watching my channel knows that I've been trying to complete a couple of discographies. We finished the Chevelle about 3 weeks ago. Was able to get that one done and in the books. Happy about that. We've been working on the Our Lady piece and on CD, excuse me, and the Blue Oyster Cult on vinyl. The Blue Oyster Cult on vinyl, it's, you know, I know there's a lot of it out there, but where I get my music from, I can't seem to find any. I watch 4 or 5 auctions a day on Whatnot, and just nobody has it any right now. So no update on Blue Oyster Cult, but on Our Lady piece, I finally have purchased the final 2 CDs in their collection, and what we were waiting on was Somethingness and Spiritual Machines 2, which I was able to purchase thanks to my lovely wife, and those will be coming this week. One's coming on Tuesday and I think the other one's coming on Thursday. So as soon as those CDs come in, we'll bring an update video on that, and we'll be able to close the book on the Our Lady piece discography, and we will start on a new one. Leave a comment down below. What are some bands that you folks really enjoyed that you would like to see a full discography completion of here on the channel? But what do we always do on this channel? We bring fresh, vintage vinyl records. We try not to bring stuff that everybody has seen before. I try to go out and hunt stuff that I've never heard before, so it's new to me, which is the music that I enjoy. We can listen to Journey, Whitesnake, Boston, Metallica all day long. We've all heard that stuff. But when I go out record hunting, I go to try to find music that I've never heard before. And one of the ways that I do this is on album art. And I'll flip through the records at the record store. If I like the album art, I'll flip it around. I'll see if I like the track listings on the back. And if I like that, I'll pull that up on YouTube. I'll set my phone to the side. I'll listen to the album as I continue to thumb through the records. And if I like what I'm hearing, I'll pick it up. And that's what I've done today. So without further ado, let's bring the new record pickups that I got today. So we got the brown bag from my local record store. It's the Wax and Needle here in Lakeland, Florida. And let's see what we got to bring you folks today. All right. Got some goodies. So we have 3 records that we're going to talk about today. And the first one we're going to talk about is this band right here. This is Amon Düül. This album is their 4th release. This is called Hijack. This is on Atco, I believe. Yeah, Atco Recordings. This album came out in 1974. Amon Düül was a band. They were formed in 1968. They're a German band, one of the pioneers of the krautrock movement. Matter of fact, their 1970 album, Yeti, is considered to be the cornerstone or a cornerstone album for the krautrock German rock and roll music category, so to speak. And I would describe, you know, this album, I've listened to this album since I've been home. This is more, to my ears, it's krautrocky, of course, a little space rocky, progressive, and I would also say that it's got a little psych in there. It's got a little bit of everything. It's a really fantastic album. This is a German band. They do sing in English, but you can hear the German accent. Imagine Rammstein singing, you know, in English with that thick accent that they have. But really, I've enjoyed this record. I got a pretty good deal on it. I think I paid $11.99 for it. The record's in really good shape. This is Amon Düül, Hijack. Another little bit about the history of Amon Düül. Amon Düül, their name comes from an art commune outside of Munich. And the art commune mostly was college kids and musicians that were just learning to play music, and I guess a few of those guys got together at this communion. They would go there all the time, and they met each other through common interest, and got together and created that band Amon Düül. So Amon Düül, the name is actually the name of the commune that was in Munich, and they just took the name and applied it to their albums. I don't speak German, so I couldn't tell you what Amon Düül means. But the name of the album is Hijack. Give it a listen wherever you get your music from. I bet you'll enjoy it. Now, next up, I'm going to show you. I never heard of this band, but I'm going to show you this record here in a minute. This is a band that clearly, after I was listening to it, fell prey to coming out too late, and while the popularity of their kind of music was fixing to just completely disappear. The music itself is really, really good. It's good music. But at the time when they were starting to come out and become a band and get some mainstay, grunge came and killed this type of genre. So the band that I'm talking about here is Drive. This is a heavy metal band out of Texas. This is Drive. This is Character and Time is the name of this album. This is a rather pricey album, by the way. And clearly I picked this up based on the album art and listened to it there in the record store, but really enjoy it. Really hard rock riffs and drums, really fast paced. Got a Jeff Tate kind of vocal, like Queensryche maybe. But this album came out in '88. This album here came out in 1988. They have 2 studio albums, is all they've ever had. This one right here, Characters in Time, and the other one is Diablero, which came out in 1992, I believe it was, 1992. And we all know what happened in 1991. Nirvana hit the scene and killed the hair metal. That whole genre just went poof up in a cloud of smoke. So these bands from this time, these newer bands from like 1987, 88, 89, 90, 91, these are really hard to find because they didn't mass produce a lot of this stuff. But was able to get my hands on this. I think you folks, you guys and girls, will enjoy this record if you go and give it a listen. This is Drive, Characters in Time. This particular album is in really good shape. This is on Rampage Records, which is a division of Rhino Records. Here is the inner sleeve. And show you guys the album. There's the album. There's that Rampage red label. Album's in really good condition. But yeah, I mean, musically they're great. And if this band would have came out in 1983, they probably would have been massive, massive. Because, from 1981 to like 1990 was this 10-year era for this. This isn't glam rock or necessarily hair metal. This is a little heavier than that. But they have the vocals of a hair metalist. Just to give you an idea of some of the songs: New Rain, Phoenix, Kamikaze, Stormtrooper, Heroes Road, Snake Eyes, Eternal, Mercenary, The Entity, Sinister Minister, and Forever in a Day. So it's not that typical hair metal, Oh Baby I Miss You, or Looking Good Tonight, or song titles that are always about love and women, or and all that stuff. This band formed right out of high school. They started getting some play at KNAC there on the radio in Los Angeles, and they got tossed around. They were really good coming right out of high school. This album, which is their first album, got rave reviews, and it actually got the 5K award from Kerrang! Magazine for whatever that's worth. But they were short-lived, and they broke up in 1992. They haven't ever reunited. Their lead singer, unfortunately, died in a car crash in 2010. So just a short-lived band with a heavy power punch to the music industry, and they were here and they were gone. Drive, Characters in Time. Go check that out wherever you get your music. Certainly, last but not least, and I got a little bonus item. Stick around to the end of the video, and I will show you guys what it is. But this is, and I'm sorry, but I can't find anything on this band anywhere. This is Hellcats. Obviously, I picked this up based on the album art and was listening to it. Now, this is hair metal at its finest. Really, really great shredding guitars on this album. I really love the guitar work. The production on this album is really, really good. This album came out in 1982 on, I don't even know what the label is on this. I think it's an indie label. Yeah, this came out on, I don't know if you folks can recognize the label, but this came out on Radio Records, which I haven't heard a lot. It's a division of Warner Brothers, looks like. So, yeah, an indie label that maybe a major label helped fund. I wish I could tell you some more about this record, but I can't. This is Hellcats. You can see, you see the back. I mean, we don't get much more hair metal than that. With song tracks like "It's Alright," "You Make It Swell," "Teenage Tiger," "Rock and Roll Man," and "Auto Erotica." So this only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 songs on it. Almost an EP, really. But anytime I try to look something up on that band to kind of give you folks some information on the band, it comes up with this band from Slovakia, this all-girl band Hellcat, and I've typed it in Google every single way I can type it in, and it all comes up with some other band or a cover band. There's a cover band named Hellcats. I can't get anything on this album. I'm sure if I went to Discogs and typed in the number inside the Dead Wax, I could probably get a little bit more on the band. But that's Hellcat. We have Drive we showed you folks, and Amon Duel that we showed you folks. My goal is to bring you guys and girls maybe some records that you haven't seen before, to pique your interest, maybe so that you can hear some music that you've never heard before. And that is the goal of this channel, is to bring the music to everyone, and to give some of these forgotten bands a try. Now, not all of these bands are going to be, fantastic bands, obviously, because all the fantastic ones made it. We all know who they are. We all know who the Led Zeppelins are, and the Van Halens, and the AC/DCs, and the Pearl Jams, and the Alice in Chains. We all know who those bands are. I could bring out those albums and show you guys those albums, but the purpose is to bring some more obscure albums to the channel, some stuff that really takes me some time to dig through and find, and some things that I think that you folks would enjoy. Now, I promise you folks a little bonus item, and if anybody knows me, they know BC Dubs. It's Brent is the B and Camden is the C. That's my son. He's 10 years old. That is how you come up with the BC Dubs moniker. We also collect video games, and I've showed some of my NES collection here on the channel before, so I picked up one today. And what I got today is Ninja Turtles, the arcade game. So I thought I was getting this the last time I went in and bought it, but this is Ninja Turtles, the regular game. This is the notoriously difficult Ninja Turtles game for the NES. And this is obviously the arcade game, which is the classic beat 'em up on NES. This is just a fantastic, fantastic game. I can't wait to play this one. Super excited to get this. I actually went into Cyberstage Video Games today. You folks have heard me talk about them on my channel, looking for Contra. I always pop in there about once a month and see if he has a copy of Contra. Yes, I know I could buy that on eBay, but I know the games that I get from the fellow over there at Cyberstage are cleaned, they are tested, and I know they're going to work. You can't get that guarantee from eBay, and most people with video games do not have a return policy on eBay. So I try to go in and brick and mortar the games that I try to buy. So yeah, so that's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game. Glad to have that in my collection. We're up to about 33 NES games now, so we're glad to have it. Like I said, comment on the window albums up here if you feel so inclined. This one right here, this one right here, I just did a short on that one. Go back and check that out. And as always, man, I really appreciate you folks tuning in, watching the channel. One more week, we got some college football, and we'll be talking about some college football here on the channel as well. So until next time, we'll see you later.